Okay, I thought it was a good long practice again, following the theme of last week of not about who we're playing, but really continuing to get better, and 2 hard days of practice. So still got a lot of work to do to play a team that very easily could have 1 loss. This is a really good team, and I'm actually surprised they're not ranked if you really look at it, because they're ahead of both games, or else they're 6-1.
There's a lot of talk about their quarterback and receivers. Their running back has kind of had a really productive season. What do you see in him?
Yeah, I think that if you look at it, you've got a quarterback that's thrown for over 400 twice. Nobody else in the conference has done that, and you got a running back I believe that has 500-yard games. I think the next guy has 3. So they're as explosive as anybody, not just in the conference but the country, and the running back's very physical as well.
You haven't been in a lot of shootouts over the course of your career here as an assistant. I mean, there have been some, but do you like when it gets to that situation, if it's going to be a back and forth kind of high scoring passing type game?
I mean, not really. You'd much rather be in command of the game by scoring a lot and them not scoring very much. But we've had it before. We had it last year versus these guys. So what the game, you never know how the game's going to go. You do all the work during the week thinking it's going to go one way, and then that's the job to adjust while the game's going on.
What did you see out of Josh Shaw on Saturday, and do you think he can be able to do?
Yeah, I think Josh played well. He got beat early on a touchdown and it got reversed. So he's still going through some growing pains of transition over there, but I thought he did well, and I thought he tackled really well.
Against Colorado, you guys rotated a lot of guys in on defense, specifically Drew McAllister and Gerald Bowman got a lot of time. How would you evaluate their play?
Well, first off, we rotated based off of preparing for the next 2 opponents. We wanted to not get to this week and all of a sudden have a no-huddle rotation. So even though they weren't no-huddle, we treated our reps that way. And so that's why you saw really all of our guys, even TJ McDonald and Nikel, rotate in there, which was unusual for us. So it's very critical for those guys to go in and play well. We're going to need them down the stretch here with these high-powered offenses, and both guys did well.
The USC announced yesterday that Leonard Williams had not been suspended by the Pac-12. Can you talk about now, what, if anything, you might have said to him and what you expect going forward?
Well, we addressed it immediately. We were pulling him out regardless of whether the refs did it. I think that learned a lesson, sent him back in locker, even for the second half. He was allowed to be on the sidelines. We sent him back in, and it was a learning moment for a true freshman. I know he understands that, and I can't imagine it ever happening again.
You said he apologized on Sunday. Did it end there, or was there conditioning, extra conditioning, whatever that he had to do?
He apologized Saturday, actually, in the locker room after the game. We've had some internal stuff, not conditioning, but some other things that we've done.
What are the pitfalls that come with knowing this is the last time you have to leave LA, for a long time?
Yeah, I don't really see pitfalls with it. It just is. It's a good thing. We're going out there to try to get a win and get back on the plane, knowing we don't have to get on another plane the rest of the regular season, and able to play in LA. So a very unique schedule to be this way, and obviously our goal is to get through it with another win and get back home.
Is there a sense of finally, we don't have to do this anymore?
I don't think so. I don't even know if they really realize the schedule like that, because we don't worry about what's down the road as far as when we talk to the players. So they just know it to be the next game.
You talk about doing all the things to mechanically get the rotation and all that. Do you have more guys that you can actually rotate in now? Are you to a place where you were hoping to be?
No, we're not there yet. We're gradually trying to get there. That takes a number of recruiting classes, and it takes eventually us getting back to the numbers that everybody else plays with. And so that's you see that in your rotations on offensive, defense, and in your special teams. And so unfortunately, while our guys play more snaps than we would like.
There seemed to be more shuffling in the secondary, guys coming in and out on Saturday. Was that specifically because of all these high-powered offenses and fast break offenses you guys are facing here?
Yeah, as I said, that was even though we didn't expect Colorado to be up tempo, we didn't want to wait till this week to get used to our rotations and shuffling of guys. So we did it even though it was a slower moving offense.
Is that rare that you would be installing stuff, doing things, kind of looking ahead about what you're going to face down the road?
Well, I don't know if it's rare from the aspect of it was good regardless, you know, to get guys snaps in the beginning of the game instead of just at the end of the game. It was critical for us because we're going to need those guys at some point during the year, and so it just thought it was critical to get our guys understanding rotation, a feel for it, of coming out for a few plays, going back, whatever our rotations are, and they're all different with different positions, instead of all of a sudden trying to go to it this week, knowing that there's a couple of no-huddle teams coming.
You have had some long trips where your guys have been in a hotel, in a hotel for a day or two or whatever. This is a short turnaround, and you've talked about how you like playing at 12:30. Are you looking forward to this kind of a trip?
Yeah, we are. I think, as you look at our numbers, I think we've played really well in early kickoffs, over our time here. And so, yeah, we like it as coaches. Our players are used to the morning format of being up early, so I think it's really good for us, especially on the road.
Defense had a lot of touchdowns, but put up a lot of yards. How concerned are you going against the Trojans spread, which is one of the top offenses in the country?
Well, we could have given up no yards. It would be a concern this week. These guys are as good as any team in the country on offense, and you start looking at their explosive plays, the numbers in the passing. I mean, look no further than Stanford. Who these guys put up some unbelievable numbers passing versus Stanford and versus Oregon State. So if you look at those two games and look at the stats that they had versus two of the best defenses in the conference, it's obviously a big concern.
How did Max grade out?
Yeah, Max did really well. I thought he's done really well the last couple weeks, especially going from tight end to tackle, which is not an easy transition, and so we're very excited about Max's future.
If he does have to start, does that affect his special teams contributions?
No, Max is in great shape and really very competitive, and he's just one of those guys we talk about every year that really excels at coming in and spending extra time, and really is going to be a great player here. All right, thanks.